Yeah. This is a real courtroom exchange between a defense attorney and a farmer. The farmer had a bodily injury claim. This is from a Houston, Texas insurance agent. At the scene of the accident, did you tell the constable that you'd never felt better in your life? That's right. Well then, how is it that you're now claiming you were seriously injured when my client's auto hit your wagon? Well, when the constable arrived, he went over to my horse who had a broke leg and he shot him. Then he went over to Rover, my dog, who's all banged up, and shot him. When he asked me how I felt, I just thought under the circumstances it was a wise choice of words to say I never felt better than my wife.
Yeah, that's a good one.
This Russian fellow has saved and saved and saved, and finally he can get an automobile. So he goes to the state store to order his car, and he's informed it will be delivered in 10 years.
That's the comedy.
And the man then says, well, will it be here in the morning or the afternoon? Why are you concerned? It's quite some time from now, they say. Well, because the plumber's coming in the morning that day. Oh, Russia. This little ant's walking through the woods, and he comes upon this huge hole, and at the bottom of the hole, there's an elephant trying desperately to get out. But being the compassionate sort of person, the ant says, hey, Mr. Elephant, would you like some help? And the elephant, unable to get out by himself, quickly agrees. So the ant backs up his Mercedes to the hole, throws a rope to the elephant, and when everything's tied off, the ant jumps in the car and pulls that big, fat elephant out. The elephant's so grateful, he offers to return the favor sometime if ever needed. Well, sure enough, short time later, the ant's stuck in a hole. He sees the elephant strolling by, and he calls out for help. Well, we all know elephants never forget. So Mr. Elephant is more than happy to help the little ant. He stands over the hole and lowers his dick to the bottom. The ant walks right up the giant penis and out of the hole. And the ant thanks the elephant, and the two continue about their business. Now, the moral of this story is, if you got a big dick, you don't need a Mercedes. This cute blonde was pulled over for speeding by a California Highway Patrol motorcycle officer. When he walked up to her window and opened up his ticket book, she said, I bet you're going to sell me a ticket to the Highway Patrolman's ball, And he said, no, Highway Patrolmen don't have balls. There was a moment of silence there while she smiled, and he realized what he'd said, and then he closed the book, got on his motorcycle, and left. And she was laughing too hard to start her car for several minutes. Did you know if you took all the economists in the world and lined them up end to end, they'd still point in the wrong direction?
That's true.
This Englishman's flying across the Pacific on a Delta Northwest. He decided he had to go to the bathroom. So he got up and he started walking down the aisle, but just as he passed the plane door, it malfunctioned, opened, and he got sucked out. Miraculously, he survived, landing in the water, and he saw a tropical island nearby, so he swam to it and swam. He was certain he would soon get rescued. But 15 years passed and nobody came. Fortunately, there was a spring on the island, so he survived on coconuts and fish. But finally, one day, as he's drawing sand pictures on the beach, he sees this woman in a trim-fitting scuba outfit emerge from the ocean. Oh my God, she's beautiful. She says, are you Fred Quimby? He says, why, yes, I am. Congratulations, I'm from the Rescue Incorporation. We've been attempting to find you since you were lost. Now, tell me, how long has it been since you had a smoke? Well, it's been about 15 years, he says. So she reaches down the front of her wetsuit. On the left side, pulls out a pack of Players cigarettes. How in the world did you know my favorite brand was Players? Oh, she says, we've researched all your preferences very carefully, Fred. We want to do a good job. So as Fred's taking a big, deep, satisfying drag on a cigarette, the rescuer says, and how long's it been since you've had a drink? Oh, well, you know, it's 15 years too. So she reaches down the inside of her wetsuit on the other side, pulls out a big bottle of Jack Daniels. Wow, how'd you know Jack Daniels is my favorite drink? Well, Fred, as I said, we've looked into all these things, too. Do you mind if I have a drink, too? Well, no, of course not. So they both put a couple of drinks away, and then as she starts to peel off the wetsuit, she says, "Tell me, Fred, how long has it been since you've played around?" He goes, "Oh, my God, don't tell me you got a set of golf clubs in there, too, do you?"
Oh.
This guy's out playing his weekly round of golf when he hit a shot in the trap off the 11th green, so he pulls out his sand wedge, takes a swing at the ball, and he hits something really hard and metallic underneath. So he's curious and digs away in the sand, and he finds what looks like an Aladdin's lamp. Kind of dirty. He takes out his golf towel to clean it, and all of a sudden, poof! This genie appears from the lamp and says, "Sir, you freed me from the lamp. For this I will grant you 3 wishes." The man thinks for a minute. He goes, "No, I have everything I could possibly want. Why don't you give the wishes to someone else?" And he quickly punts out and leaves for the 12th tee.
Damn.
And the genie's flabbergasted. I think that someone in this world could feel so fulfilled that he could pass up not just 1 but 3 wishes. I know what I'll do, the genie thinks. To reward him, I'm going to grant him 3 things without him knowing. Now let's see. What does every man want? Every man wants money. Okay, he's going to have all the money he can use. Power. Every man wants that. What else? Oh, sex. All that he wants. A couple weeks later, the man's coming toward the 11th green, and there's that genie sunning himself in the trap. "Hey, how's it going?" the genie says. "Couldn't be better," the guy says. "Last week I raised over $1 million and gave the most spellbinding, effective talk of my life. Looks like I'm gaining more influence among my peers and superiors. Things are great." Genie says, "Well, if you don't mind me asking, how's your sex life?" "Oh, wow, it's great. I've had 2 women in the last 2 weeks." And the genie's like puzzled. 2 women? That's not very good. The man says, "Well, it is if you're a priest in a small parish." Hello, Avon calling. Who is that?
Wayne Davis fan call.
This is a sign of the times here. 2 kindergarten girls were talking outside the school. One says, "You won't believe what I saw on the patio yesterday. A condom." And the second girl says, "What's a patio?" That's terrible. It's these days. The abbot of a nearby abbey was out in the nearby city running errands downtown when he saw a woman of questionable character say, "Passerby, $20 for a blowjob." At which point the passerby and the woman promptly went down the next alley where they went out of view. And the abbot was perplexed, for the very same thing occurred at another street corner in the city. He was walking down the sidewalk, and another woman, much the same as the first, said to another passerby, $20 for a blowjob. At which point the 2 rapidly went in a nearby alley where the abbot couldn't see what was going on. So he still didn't know what a blowjob was. So he left the city as naive as he was upon entering it. Well, back up the hill, the abbot was still contemplating what a blowjob was, so he went to see the Mother Superior, adjacent convent. "Mother Superior," he said, "what is a blowjob?" Mother Superior says, $20, same as downtown. This old lady calls up the police department. "Officer, there's a man exposing himself in the next building to me." "Oh, we'll be right over." 5 minutes later. "Which way, lady?" "This way, officer. He's still shamelessly bearing himself." "Where is he, lady? I don't see no naked man." "Oh, you gotta look through this telescope."